Welcome to our video on how El Niño affects weather across the USA. In this episode, we'll dive into the complex dynamics of El Niño, a climate phenomenon that alters weather patterns across the country. From torrential rains in the south to unseasonably warm winters in the north, we'll explore how these seasonal shifts impact everything from agriculture to storm patterns. Join us as we unravel the intricate ways El Niño shapes our weather and what it means for communities across the United States. 1. Understanding El Niño. A climate phenomenon. El Niño is a term that pops up in weather forecasts and climate discussions quite frequently. But what exactly is it? Simply put, El Niño is a climate phenomenon where the ocean surface temperatures in the central and eastern Pacific Ocean become warmer than usual. This warming can be likened to someone turning up the thermostat in a room, causing ripple effects on weather patterns globally. It's not just a local occurrence, it influences weather in far-off places, including the United States. The term, El Niño, itself means the little boy, in Spanish, often associated with the Christ child because these events typically peak around Christmas. This warming event can significantly alter atmospheric conditions, leading to a variety of weather changes worldwide. 2. Impact on precipitation. The southern deluge. One of the most noticeable effects of El Niño in the United States is the change in precipitation patterns, especially in the southern regions. States like California, Texas, and Florida often experience increased rainfall during an El Niño event. Imagine a garden that's been dry for months suddenly getting frequent showers. That's what happens in these areas. This increased precipitation can be a boon, especially in regions suffering from drought. In California, for instance, these wetter conditions can help refill reservoirs and aquifers, providing much-needed relief from water shortages. However, it's not all positive. Excessive rainfall can also lead to flooding, which poses risks to communities and infrastructure. The balance between alleviating drought and preventing floods is a delicate one during El Niño years. 3. Temperature variations. A warm northern winter. El Niño doesn't just bring rain, it also shifts temperatures across the United States. The northern parts of the country often experience warmer winters when El Niño is in play. It's like having an unexpected warm blanket in the middle of winter, leading to milder conditions. This warming is due to changes in atmospheric circulation patterns. On the flip side, the southeastern states may also find their winters less harsh, potentially saving on heating costs and reducing the risk of snow-related disruptions. However, these temperature shifts can have implications for ecosystems that rely on cold weather cues, potentially affecting wildlife and plant behaviors. 4. Severe weather. Stormy skies in the southeast. El Niño's influence extends to severe weather events, particularly in the southeastern United States. During the spring months following an El Niño, there is often an increase in storm and tornado activity. Picture a pot of water simmering on the stove. That's how the atmosphere feels during these times, ripe for storms. The combination of warm, moist air and atmospheric instability can lead to more frequent and intense weather events. These storms can cause significant damage, impacting homes, businesses, and lives. It's a reminder of nature's power and the importance of being prepared for severe weather occurrences. 5. Drought conditions. Dryness in the Pacific Northwest. While the southern U.S. gets drenched, the Pacific Northwest often faces the opposite problem during an El Niño event. Drier conditions become more common, akin to a sponge that's been wrung out completely. This lack of rainfall can exacerbate existing drought conditions, putting stress on water resources. The impact is not just environmental but also economic, as industries like agriculture and forestry may suffer. Water conservation measures often become crucial during these times, as communities strive to make the most of limited supplies. The dry spell in the Northwest serves as a stark contrast to the soggy conditions elsewhere, highlighting El Niño's diverse impacts. 6. Hurricane activity. A tale of two oceans. El Niño has a fascinating effect on hurricane activity, acting almost like a traffic signal for these massive storms. In the Atlantic Ocean, El Niño tends to suppress hurricane formation. This is due to increased wind shear. Imagine a hairdryer blowing across the ocean's surface, disrupting storm development. However, the story is different in the central and eastern Pacific, where hurricanes may become more frequent. This dynamic showcases the complex interplay between ocean and atmosphere, where one phenomenon can lead to opposite outcomes in different regions. For those living in hurricane-prone areas, understanding El Niño's influence can be crucial for preparedness and planning. 7. Influence on agriculture. A mixed bag for farmers. The agricultural sector is particularly sensitive to the weather changes brought by El Niño. For some crops, increased rainfall during El Niño can be beneficial, like a timely drink for a thirsty plant. However, for others, especially in regions experiencing drier conditions, the impact can be detrimental. Farmers may find themselves facing challenges such as water shortages or unseasonable temperatures, affecting crop yields and quality. The economic implications can ripple through communities, influencing food prices and availability. Adaptation and resilience become key strategies for farmers navigating the uncertainties of El Niño's impact. 8. Long-term effects. El Niño's lingering influence. El Niño events typically last several months, but their effects can linger well beyond their official end. It's like a guest who stays a bit longer than expected, leaving traces of their presence. Weather patterns can remain altered into the following year, leading to continued variations in temperature and precipitation across different regions of the U.S. This lingering influence can challenge long-term planning, whether it's for agriculture, water management, or disaster preparedness. Understanding the enduring nature of El Niño's effects is crucial for adapting to its challenges and making informed decisions in the face of climate variability.